Jeff Fischel here for the ACC Digital Network with Nicole Auerbach of USA Today Sports. And of course, she's been following the ACC all season long, including a great piece on Tyler Ennis, who we've been talking about all season, and I would argue perhaps the best freshman point guard in the country. And it's really kind of caught some people by surprise.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, entering the season, we were calling it the year of the freshmen, but people were talking about Jabari Parker, Andrew Wiggins. They were not talking about Tyler Ennis. He kind of floated under the radar as much as you can when you're a top-rated prospect, and you're at Syracuse replacing, guys in the NBA and the team's coming off the Final Four, and he's just been a seamless transition for them.
I think the thing that strikes everybody who watches Tyler Ennis play is how calm and poised he is for a freshman. Now, is that how he's always been?
No, it was funny working on that story, talking to his entire family and talking to him. When he was a little kid, his mom would make all these homemade videos, and his mom and his sister keep watching them recently because they're amazed that he just jumps in the middle of the screen and he takes over and he's like, "This is Tyler TV," and I'm reporting here from my brother Dylan's birthday party and different things like that, and that is not who he is now. I mean, even if you talk to him off the court, he's that same calm, chill, poised, quiet kind of guy that you do see when the game's on the line too.
Now, that's certainly working for him. It's worked for Jim Boeheim, who really had no choice but to throw him into the starting lineup and say, "You're our point guard." Yeah,
and I think that's something that helps. And talking to people around basketball, when you're the guy and you're not going to get taken out when you have a mistake or you make a bad pass, and you got to play through it, and he's got to go with you. It's there's a confidence there, and there's also kind of a leeway where you're not as tight, you're not as worried about making that mistake because you're going to have time to make up for it. And so I think that Tyler has talked about that, and we talked about that being a very important piece for him, or especially early, as you're adjusting and getting to know the rest of your team.
What's your sense of the relationship between Tyler and Jim Boeheim?
Well, it's funny because Jim is a funny guy, and he loves to he makes comments and quips and offhand remarks, and he goes Tyler and I hardly talk. Usually I talk to my point guard, and that's how I talk to the rest of the team, and that's how the relationship works. He's like, I don't have much to say to him because, again, he's been a point guard his entire life. He knows the role, he knows the position, he knows how to run a team, and he's just letting him figure it out.
That's some great stuff. Nicole Auerbach from USA Today Sports. Thank you.